Hello there, Moon in Scorpio, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching October's moon sign reading for 2022 today. Please remember to hit that thumbs up and press on that subscribe button before you leave. Also, make sure that you know what your moon sign is to get the correct reading. And if you don't, I have some websites listed in the description box below so you can find out. All right, Spirit, tell me about Moon in Scorpio for the month of October, please. All right, we have New Moon in Gemini. Think it through. Okay. I want to say instantly, you've been thinking about stuff, keep thinking. Keep thinking it through. October will be about processing, accepting, learning, researching, coming up with solutions, that kind of thing. Keep thinking it through. Next, we have New Moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. So part of getting the answers that you're looking for or seeking would be to have, I would say, some kind of spiritual practice, whatever your spiritual beliefs are. That could be something like meditation, yoga, working through the chakras, simple as praying, going out in nature, doing rituals, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. Attune to the divine. Make sure you are in alignment with your highest self and with spirit, God, the universe, your spirit guides, angels, whatever your belief systems are. And keep thinking it through. Not only how to attune to make sure you're in alignment, but whatever the situation or problem or circumstance or belief, idea, whatever it is that you need to think through, keep thinking it through. Answers will come, okay? All right, let's move on and find out some more. Spirit, tell me more about Moon in Scorpio for the month of October. What else should Moon in Scorpio know, please, Spirit? Dark Moon, the void. Here in the void, in the blackness, in the blank slate, attuning to the divine becomes simpler, not necessarily easier, but more, it's easy to get in touch with spirit in the void than in your egocentric mind or your everyday running around, doing errands, living life in this physical realm. So this void is about that space in between. Like, this person's laying down, and it also made me just think about, that time where you're not quite awake, but you're not asleep. You think you're dreaming, but yet you think you're aware of what's going on around you, but your eyes aren't open, but you're awake, but you're not, right? That's kind of the void. And it's easier to attune to spirit, to the divine in that place. So, you've got these new moons, right? And you've got a total black moon here. I know that the full moon is on the 9th of October. I would say the new moon then would be around the 22nd or the 21st. I didn't look before starting this. I just looked for the full moon. But there could be some kind of tie there, or some kind of event or something that happens there at the new moon, or right at the beginning of the new moon, at the very first crescent. Something, there's a deep connection or a momentary aha, or you feel so connected for a short time, and it brings inspiration and it brings creativity and ideas to you. Let's see what the next card is. Green corn moon, patience. But Spirit is saying you still have to have patience. I feel like this is very frustrating because I feel like there's excitement. There's a little bit of strangeness of being in the void, maybe even a little bit of fear, but that's typically, right? That's the dark before the dawn, right? The dawn will happen and everything will become fresh and new. It's always darkest before the light. So for me, there's a sense of excitement, being in the void, knowing that something new is coming. So I didn't expect to see patience. Okay. So you may be in this void mind frame for a while. You may have to keep thinking it through. You have to be in this space to get the answers that you're seeking, or I feel like there's some kind of something that you've been praying about, asking about, you need resolved, a conflict, a problem, something. But October doesn't look like the month that you're going to get all the answers that you want. And I feel very frustrated about that. I am Moon in Scorpio as well. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's find out what the shadow aspect is for the month of October for Moon in Scorpio, please, Spirit. What is the shadow aspect that Moon in Scorpio will be dealing with in October, please? Forgetting oneself. Yes, I can see forgetting oneself, especially getting lost in the void, thinking it through, getting lost in daydreams. Like I talked about that in-between state. Even twilight, right? Between dusk, before light and dark, right? That in-between, that's the void. And it'll be easy to forget oneself while trying so hard to get answers from God, the universe, spirit, angels, like I said, spirit guides, whatever your belief system is. And so there will be that aspect of forget about taking care of yourself. I feel like you could be really involved in the spiritual attunement, or it's about forgetting the physical needs of the body. I feel like being unaware of what's in your surroundings. You're so wrapped up in thinking through this problem of being in this void and attuning to the divine. It's almost like you're trying too hard to get answers. And you're forgetting yourself in the process. So be aware of that. Spirit is saying, when you see that you are not taking care of yourself, do something to make sure that you're taking care of your physical body, or, maybe you're slacking at your job. Do something to make up for that. Or maybe you're responsible for family, your children, and maybe you're not there as much for your children because you're so tied up in getting these answers that you're not paying attention to what your responsibilities are in the physical world. And I think that forgetting yourself, if it goes too far, it'll affect your relationships, not just with like children, but significant others and any other people who kind of rely on you a little bit. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. And so while that's kind of contradictory to what I was just saying, worrying about others, if you aren't paying attention to your own needs and taking care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of the others. So don't get so lost in the void and in this pursuit that you lose track of yourself. That's the best way I can put that. All right, Spirit, Tell me more about Moon and Scorpio for October, please. What else should Moon and Scorpio, there we go, know about October? So a couple cards stuck out, so I pulled them out. First of all, we have Knight of Wands, Immaturity. Okay, so this card sits under the new moon in Gemini, Think It Through. And this makes sense to me. And immaturity, it's like you're thinking it through, but you're doing it like bullheaded. Like you're just putting your head down and you're just thinking it through. You're not like open to other aspects or ideas or other help from other sources, and it's just an immature, you're just headstrong. You're trying to get answers from the universe by impulsively or aggressively moving forward quickly and just trying to get to the answers, which I guess that means that's why Spirit is talking about having patience and mature a little bit in your aspects of, or how you go about thinking things through. The Knight of Wands is kind of like a brash young person, teenager, right? They think they're indestructible. They go out headstrong, trying to conquer things, but with age, with time, with experience, you learn that some things need to be handled differently and with finesse. And so I think this is Spirit's just trying to point out to you, don't be so headstrong in getting your answers. The other card that flipped over is Knight of Swords, drama. This is under attuning to the divine. There's an immaturity too, right? And this is another knight, a Knight of Swords. This one is more mental, whereas the Knight of Wands is more action-oriented and will-oriented. So this is in the mind. There's drama going on in your head with thinking it through. I think Spirit is asking you to, one, be more mature about your thought processes and what goes on in your mental capacity. But don't dramatize. It's like you can dramatize your connection to Spirit or overly state or be dramatic about who and what you are in relationship to the universe, to Spirit, to God. Again, it's like having a younger person's mind, being headstrong and willful, and I can conquer anything, and I'm indestructible. So these things are what's hindering the progress and getting the answers that you're looking for. Next, we have the Ace of Swords, understanding, under the void. Okay. Reaching that void, getting to the void, being in it, being comfortable in it, finding the excitement of something new brings understanding. And Ace of Swords is the mark of a new beginning. Swords is also, again, about mental processes. But with the sword here, I like to think of it as truth too. So the understanding, there's truths you get to find out in the void. There's understanding about yourself, about the universe, about your spirituality, about your hard-headedness, your immaturity. I think that this whole process is really going to help you grow in a lot of ways and help you understand the patience, and maybe help me understand, because I was frustrated seeing this card earlier. So understanding is coming, but you have to be willing to be in the void, be in that blank slate, nothing around you, nothing to pull you one way or another, nobody's opinions being intrusive in this place. It's that place in between, right? That's where your understanding is going to come. And then finally, under patience, we have the world, completion. So it's worth the wait. I am glad to see this card under patience. There will be a sense of completion, of conclusion, of coming around again and finding answers and feeling complete and feeling heard and understood, and not having to be dramatic about your connection with spirit, right? And maybe you've done some bragging or to the people around you, or somehow you've dramatized spirituality. And I think you learn a little bit through this whole process, and especially through this understanding that helps you grow. And with the patience, you'll make it, and it'll be the end of a major phase of your life. The world is the end of the major arcana, and the major arcana represent major aspects of life. So expect to finally feel complete or whole or a conclusion to something by the end of October. Get ready for November probably being something completely new. A whole new perspective, maybe even a whole new way of life, or at least the startings of it. Or you can see, like this is like a little tunnel here. You'll see an aspect of a new way of living or perceiving, and you'll start a whole new cycle. Okay. All right, let's get one last card, please, Spirit, for Moon and Scorpio for the month of October, please. One last piece of advice for Moon and Scorpio, and a card flew out, so that's the card we will use. That is the picture, and it says, "Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy." There is something beautiful about the void, and I do think that it is referring to that process, that time of going within and being in there. Like I said, there's an excitement in that void. Knowing something new is coming, and with this world here and the end of some of that major cycle, it's and a new beginning here too, showing with the Ace of Swords. There's beauty, and it just raises your vibration. It matures you, right? Gets you out of the drama of that kind of. It's almost like a bragging, like I have connections to spirit and I want to show everybody, but that's not what's really important here. The beauty of owning yourself and not forgetting yourself is going to raise your vibration. So definitely seek it out for healing and joy, okay? That's what this void is all about, is, taking care of yourself. Moving out of old style or old life or old way of being into a whole new cycle. All right, Moon and Scorpio, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out your sun sign reading, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.